Carol Baskin. Welcome to the Coach House. My name is Johnny. You can follow me at Chicago Johnny on Instagram. You can follow the Coach House at the Coach House on Instagram. To any of you that have been watching, even one time, sharing it, talking about it, commenting on it, anything at all, I appreciate you. Just wanted to say that it's been 2 months now that this has been going on, and been having a lot of fun. So I appreciate anyone that's been watching or doing anything at all that has this involved. Today we have my cousin, Tommy.
Hello.
And we're just going to honestly just chill today and just shoot the shit. So, yeah.
All right.
And we also have Benji. He's got a little shoulder injury.
He's chilling out with us.
And he did not like being alone in the other room. I have my shades on today, my clout goggles, because the lights are bothering me. I've been drinking a little bit, so that's where we're at today. Anyways, bro, what's been going on?
Nothing much, really. I mean, kind of COVID hit, so the whole world's kind of on pause right now, kind of in between work, but just happy to see you again and just chill out.
I didn't ask you, are you working right now or no?
No, I'm not working right now.
Don't let him jump down. He cannot. Yeah, put him over there if he's wants to jump off. Sorry, he's going to be probably pretty annoying, but whatever. So, I'm sorry, you are working or you're not working right now?
No, currently I'm not working.
Okay, gotcha. So what else has been going on besides COVID and quarantine? What have you been doing in quarantine?
Pretty much just smoking and chilling, and I've been looking at bikes, actually, but recently I kind of crashed my buddy's bike, so...
What kind of bike did you crash?
It was like a 76 Kawasaki, so...
That's pretty sick.
You know, like those like older kind of smaller bikes. It had like dirt bike tires on, so it had the off-road tires. So I'm like hitting this curb, and then all of a sudden I'm just on the ground, and I was like, I don't know what I did wrong, but the tires were worn pretty bad, and I don't think I was going fast enough.
Damn.
Yeah.
That sucks. Were you wearing a helmet?
I was wearing a helmet, and I was debating on that, so always wear a helmet.
Good thing you did.
Yeah, for sure.
Benji, what's wrong, brother? You want to go down? Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. 76, you said? Kawasaki?
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
Yeah, so it's a little bike, but, I mean, it could still get up there.
Yeah.
Like 60, 70 miles an hour.
Alright, bro, dude. When was that? How long ago was that? That was during quarantine?
Like 2 weeks ago, and
shit.
My hands healed up pretty well, though. I mean, it didn't get me too bad, but it was kind of funny. Like, I don't really work out a lot. I'm a skinny guy, so I decided to, like, start exercising, and then that day, like, I crashed the bike, and then I'm like, I can't walk because my knee's all fucked up, and then it was just kind of bad timing.
You don't have your license to ride a bike, right?
No, that's another issue.
Yeah, that is an issue.
But, you know, you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, for sure. I was just curious.
Right.
You should probably get that before you buy a bike, though.
Yeah, for sure. But, you know, whatever. Yeah. I mean, dirt bikes, you can take them to trails and stuff and have a good time, though.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
Up
Do
and
you
down
need a
power
license,
lines
though, at a trail?
I don't think so. Because my buddy, he actually just got into a bad accident with his little brother, and it tore open, like, an 11-inch wound on his calf. And, like, all the fat was hanging out and shit, but...
You got a picture?
I do, actually.
Yo, send that to me so we can throw
just
that
afterwards?
Up.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck it. Well, I kind of want to see it right now, actually.
All right, I'll show you.
To be honest with you.
No, that shit was pretty wild. But,
yeah.
The cops pulled up and everything, and it was fine. They just threw them in the ambulance, and they got their bikes out of there, and there was no problem. But...
And that was at a trail?
Yeah, it was up and down Route 14, if you guys know where that's at. So here, check that out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty insane. But he's a trooper, man. He walks it off like it's nothing. Look at that one, too.
What did he do?
So what happened was my buddy's more experienced, and they were going pretty fast because they have faster bikes. And all of a sudden, he just hit a rut and slowed down. So my buddy's little brother saw that, and he kind of like just wasn't confident. So when he hit it, he hit the brakes too, and he went over the handlebars, but where it cut him was right on the where you keep your, where the pegs kind of where you keep your feet stick out, like you know how they're metal and shit.
Yeah.
So it just sliced right through his fucking leg.
That fucking sounds disgusting, honestly.
Yeah, it was pretty gross, but I mean, he's a cool kid though. Like he's only 13, 14, but he just walks it off like it's nothing.
Dude, honestly, anytime I've watched like trail riding videos, they're really not going that fast.
No, my friends get it sometimes.
I mean, yeah, and I'm sure but the shit that I've seen, it's just cruising through the woods. And I was like, dude, that's pretty fucking cool.
Well, I wanted to get a bike because my dad was thinking about getting a small property up in Wisconsin, like just an acre of land. And I was like, yeah, it'd be kind of cool to ride my bike up there during the summer. But then I thought about it, and I'm like, there's a lot of deer in Wisconsin.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Get fucked up.
Yeah.
My grandparents, they live in Wisconsin, and I think they fucked up 2 cars. 2 separate cars. Yeah. And they've only lived there since the 90s, so... Yeah, man. That's like a car every decade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. It's pretty cool, though. So you wanted to ask about the riot, right?
Yeah, I mean, I saw your video. You were down there, but like how was that? Like you were kind of firsthand. You got to see what happened. I was just kind of curious.
It was. I mean, I did a video on it too. I did a whole podcast on it, but it was pretty fucking crazy, man. It was. I don't know. It was something that I feel like I won't see again, and if I do, I feel like I don't know if I'll see it in Chicago. But it's just, it's pretty wild. We were just watching the Dave Chappelle 846 thing.
Yeah, that was good.
That was pretty powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a wild time for sure. I don't know. It was scary going down there, but it was also exciting. But I was also nervous that I was going to get in trouble. But then that feeling went away.
Why were you nervous you were getting in trouble, though?
Just because there was a curfew, so I didn't really know what to expect. You know what I mean?
I mean, I didn't...
But I was literally, like, the last person anyone was worried about when I was down there. So
for sure.
So it transitioned from being worried about getting in trouble about that to just getting in trouble with someone on the street.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of mixed opinions, but I just feel like you were there in firsthand and you got to see what happened. So I was just kind of curious about that.
Yeah.
I didn't know you did a podcast about it.
No, yeah, I posted it not that long ago. But, yeah, I just felt the need to go. And I don't live, like, really close to downtown, but...
I mean, it's
definitely one of the reasons I moved to the city was for this type of stuff because, I don't know, like...
To be involved or just to
no,
document
not,
it?
Well, almost? I mean, not even to just
be a part of it.
The reason I moved to the city is just because stuff happens in the city. It doesn't happen in Hoffman Estates. It doesn't happen in, Hanover Park. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? It doesn't happen out in those places. So, that's the main reason. Like, if anything's going to go down, it's going to be in the city. So, that's why I moved to the city. So, I was just like, well, this is it. This is why I'm here. Even though it's 20 minutes away, they still live here. You know what I mean? So, That's why I came to the city. So, I was happy I went, but it was still pretty scary.
Because I remember when you lived out in Elgin for a little bit, but I don't know. It wasn't too long until you decided to go here.
I mean, yeah. I was staying at my mom's in Elgin, too.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like it was my actual place, so... But yeah, I mean, I like Elgin and stuff, and I like other areas around Chicago, like, as far as the suburbs, but it's just not really, it's not the city, so, outside of that, so that's why I moved here, and it was pretty crazy. I don't know, we'll see how things continue to go. I mean, obviously there's not, like, anything going on now anymore, at least that I know of, except protests, like, peaceful protests, but... I just heard. I just heard a cop killed some guy in a Wendy's drive-thru today. Literally today, I heard some guy.
I heard that too. I'm not sure.
What the fuck is that about?
What city that was in?
I think it was down south somewhere.
Yeah,
but, like, what the fuck, man? Like.
Yeah, wasn't he like sleeping in the drive-thru?
I don't know what happened.
I read something like that.
Know. It's just it's fucking wild. That
I mean, it's just wild that it's still going on after everything that's...
Exactly.
In this climate, I don't know if that's exactly what I'd be doing.
Dude, and even if for some reason you were justified in that, in this climate, exactly what you're saying, like, you're going to have a really hard time in court.
I don't know, man.
Like,
is now really the time? And, like, what possibly at Wendy's is going down that you got to shoot the dude, like you were saying?
Dude.
I don't know.
I have no idea. I have no fucking clue. But it's you're right. It's a wild climate that we're in. And then, yeah, dude. I don't know. It was a wild week. I had that DMT episode too. Like
I did watch that.
Week later.
Yeah.
A lot of people were. I would say a lot of people watch it because the views aren't like super high, but a lot of people enjoyed that.
It's an interesting topic for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I'm definitely interested in.
Yeah,
all
like
that.
the people who did watch it, like I think they were like pretty into it.
I was into it for sure. Like I was saying when I got here, I had thought going into that episode that you had already done DMT and that like you two were just going to talk about your experience, but I mean I didn't. Obviously you guys didn't, so can you tell me what that was like? Because I was pretty interested.
Yeah, I mean...
Because I just remember getting a Snapchat and you were like, I just did DMT, and I was like, how was it? And he was like, scary. Yeah. So like, I don't know. And I was like, can you explain it? And you're like, I can't explain.
Well, thanks for outing me to everyone, so I appreciate that.
I'm just, the cat's out the bag. I'm curious.
So it was scary. I had a panic attack, and I wouldn't recommend it for most people, but I smoked it, and it was, I don't know, I immediately just felt like just completely like the highest I've ever been, and I like hit it a few more times, and that's when I started to see things, and it was just like it was crazy. The hair and the lint that was on this table, and like there's not like you can see right now there's not even like that much on it. Like there's like a little like dog hair right here or whatever. You know what I mean? There wasn't any like it wasn't even that much on it.
But you could see it.
Well, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I shook this off or if it's the other side or whatever, but it did have more on it at the time. But, like, I could see it, and it lifted up off the table. Mm-hmm. And it, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it, like, formed this, like, it formed, like, a circle with, like,
oh, shit.
Like, bars that created a pattern inside of it. And it was, like... It was like, I don't know what you would call it, but it was like a ghost in a sense. And it was green and it was glowing. And it was like I could see through it, but it was still like lifted up. I don't know, man. It was super weird.
That's interesting.
And then it like, I don't want to say it broke down, but I couldn't see it anymore. And then all of a sudden the lint in the hair was like kind of just like doing its own thing on the table. And then it slowly started to waterfall off the table, literally like that way, and it just.
That sounds like acid, kind of like.
I mean, I've never done acid, but.
Yeah.
But it was really crazy, and then I looked down at my hands, and I remember I looked at them for a second, and I couldn't look at them because I remember just kind of freaking out. I don't even remember what they looked like, and I just went like this, and I immediately looked up, and I looked over here, and the rug had just like completely like I could see all the individual, I don't even know what you call it, the hairs in the rug, I guess. I don't know. The threads or whatever they are.
Like all the little fibers.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, these are like bigger than normal you know what I mean? Like when you look at it, it's kind of thick and like longer. So these things are like probably as tall as the mic right here off the ground, and those they were more vibrant colored than the actual rug, and those were all waving back and forth, and that's when I was like, okay, like.
So you're still in this like environment though, right? You're still in your house. You're still in Chicago, but you're in like some other universe at the same time. That's
what everyone says, like you're in another universe, but like honestly, I just felt like. I don't really know what I felt like. Let me just tell you, and you can just take it how you take it. You know what I mean?
You're right.
You can ask me questions, like, I mean, you can ask me questions, but dude, I don't even, like, I can't answer that question. Like, I was still in the room, but at the same time, there's like certain parts of it, like the beginning of it doesn't feel like the middle, and the middle doesn't feel like the end. You know what I mean? Like nothing is the same throughout. So it's like, you know that you're still there, but like, I don't know. So anyways, the rug is like as tall as the mic. It's waving back and forth. It's like glowing. And then I looked at that door right there, that sliding door.
Yeah.
And the door felt like it was close, but also like, I don't even know, like somewhere in the Middle East. Like it felt like it was in the middle of the desert, like in Egypt or something. Like it felt like it was in sand dunes or some shit. Like I don't know. It was very weird. And then at that point, I literally got up from the chair, and from there, oh, man, I already saw my computer glitch a little bit. Sorry if it's a little slow. We're working on new equipment. We'll see what happens. But anyways.
What was it like walking around on DMT?
Well, dude, hold on. Let me get to it. So I get up, right? And I stand up, and, like, I feel different automatically, like, right from there. But, like, I didn't get up right away. Like, I was, like, sitting here trying to control it, and Tony was sitting right there. And I remember telling him, because I started to feel it really hard, and I remember telling him, I can see why people say that this is uncomfortable.
Okay.
And he just kind of laughed, and he's like, okay. He's like, just relax. And then I remember, like, saying it, like, 30 seconds later. I remember being like, I can really see why people say that this can be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, just relax. He was nice about the whole thing. He was like, just relax. And I was like, so then, like, the whole thing with the table happened, and then my hands, and then the rug. And then at that point, I remember telling him, like, yo, my hands are, like, pouring sweating right now. Like, they're just drenched right now. I was like, dude, I'm having a panic attack. And he's like, all right, just relax. Ah, dude, this thing is so slow, man. I apologize. Anyways, the audio is probably still okay, so I'm going to keep going. So I get up, right? And I stand up, and he's like, all right, just relax, sit down. And I was like, no, I can't sit down. I don't want to sit down. Like,
what was your game plan at that point? Like,
just, I needed to stand up. I needed to feel, like, somewhat in control when I was losing all control. You know what I mean? Like,
because
sitting...
Yeah, I heard you're very conscious on this drug. You're very conscious, but at the same time, it's like, it's the most potent psychedelic known to man, so it's like, you're also tripping.
So, like, you're conscious, but I was just, like, I was freaking out. And I told him, I was like, dude, I'm having a panic attack. And I stood up, and he was like, just calm down, sit down. I was like, no. I need to at least stand up for this. I go, I'm all right, but I'm having a panic attack. And I was like...
Yeah, I know where you're at that point.
Like, I literally felt like running away out of my own head, but I couldn't. Like, it was so scary. It was so scary. And then I was like, I told him, I was like, dude, like, I cannot take this right now. This is too much. I needed to stop. I did not need to go here. That's literally what I told him. And when I stood up, it was weird. It was like I felt way different. I felt lighter. And then at one point, I don't think we were talking anymore, like me and him. And I just was looking that way, like towards that wall.
Okay.
And it felt like I came out of my body. Like,
really?
It felt, and I, like, at one point, like, this is going to sound so cliche and shit, but I didn't even know, like, I was a human being. Like, I didn't even know, like, and I said that to my roommate, and he was like, well, what do you mean? Like, you didn't know you were Johnny? Like, you didn't know your name? And I was like,
like an ego death almost, right? I was like,
dude, I didn't even know I was legitimately a living thing, like a human. I was just spectating. I was like, I didn't even feel alive. I didn't feel dead. I didn't feel dead, but I didn't feel alive either. I was just like, what the fuck, man?
That sounds interesting.
To most people would not respond with that. Most people would be like, that's scary as fuck.
No, that sounds... Well, because I get what you're saying, because, like I said in the past, trying acid or mushrooms, it's like, you almost feel time dissipate, and it's almost like time isn't a thing for a while. You know, like, whenever I'm tripping, I'm always checking my phone, and I'm like, it's only been, like, 45 minutes. Like, well, it takes a while to kick in, but afterwards, you're only like, it's only been an hour, it's only been 2 hours.
So everyone says that it was short for, like, everyone says DMT is short, but
Like
the
15,
effects for
20
me,
minutes.
man, like overall from like completely coming back down, I would honestly say it probably was at least an hour, if not an hour and like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I've heard that Ari Shafir was talking about his salvia trip and how he lived like a lifetime in a different world, like an underwater world, and then he came back and it was like what, 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So like I get what you're saying as far as distorted time, but I've never had anything that potent, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, I gotta grab the good old Juul.
Gotta grab the nicotine.
Dude, this camera is pissing me off, man.
Yeah, it's a little delayed.
It is brutal. I restarted the computer before this too to try to fix it, but I don't know, what are you gonna do? But yeah, it was pretty crazy, and the music.
Oh yeah, you were telling me
The
about
music.
the music.
It was scary, man. I was listening to a Dave Matthews song, and it was just I can't think of the lyrics right now, but basically, is this real or am I dreaming? That's when I freaked out. That's the lyric, and I was like, this is too much. And he was like, do you want me to turn it off? I was like, yeah.
That's
and
funny.
Normally, like, I could feel it too. Like, I'm such a control freak sometimes where it's like, if someone says, should I turn it off? And I say, yeah, I would be like, why are they turning it off if I want it off? I would be like, it's all good. Let me go grab it. But, dude, I was so fucked up that I was just like, yes, turn it off. Like, please do it now. Like,
yeah.
Normally, I would just be like, dude, I got it. Like,
well, when you told me that earlier, it actually made me laugh because the last time I did mushrooms, I just remember I was on a bike ride and it was so beautiful. Everything was so textured, and I was like, this is really just kind of great.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get home because I didn't feel like safe, like I didn't want to be tripping too long outside. So like I just start riding my bike home, and then all of a sudden, like I go to turn the shower on, and then I strip down to like just like my shorts or whatever. And I'm laying on the floor, and I'm like I'm just in my head, and all of a sudden, like, I'm just like, what's going on, man? Like, I start thinking about my childhood and shit, and then I go on, like, calm down and relax and shit.
What did you think about your childhood?
I was just like, man, like, I started thinking about, like, baby pictures of me and how, like, I'm like, how did my life come to this? Like,
what, how did your life come to doing fucking shrooms and laying on the bathroom floor?
Sometimes when you go too far for too long, you almost start to lose a sense of reality, and it's like, as a kid, it's like I feel like you're more conscious and more innocent. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So yeah, I mean,
more conscious,
basic shit. Not conscious as far as like the world, but more just
upbeat.
I guess so, like more pure. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, but at the same time, I like having a good time. But I just remember turning on Pink Floyd, and it was Pink Floyd Dogs, and the first lyric is, "You've got to be crazy," and I'm like, I am. I just felt fucking like nuts in my head, and then as I was coming down, I was just like, yeah, I just kept feeling trapped. Like I just kept feeling trapped, but then I haven't done it since, so it was just kind of like a reality check for me.
Yeah, I've had I mean, honestly, it probably wasn't. I wasn't in the best state of mind, and I kind of knew that going in, and I told him that before, and I was like, I'm not gonna do it, and then like afterwards, I was like, this may be my only chance. I just want to try it, like I just want to see what it's like, and I tried it, and I had a panic attack, and like I've had a few panic attacks. There was one time, it was the first time that I really remember having one, was at the hospital. I forgot why I was there, but I was sick. I was like throwing up or something, but they hooked me up, and like all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. They left the room, and it was just me and my mom, and I started to freak out, and I told her, Mom, there's something wrong. Like, I feel like I'm going to rip these out of my arm and run out of the front door.
Really?
And she was like, all right, calm down. And she went and got a nurse and told them, and then they gave me this medicine, and I knocked out, dude. I fucking knocked out.
Did they put it in your butt?
No, they're not booty juice.
I've had that before. That shit is not fun, dude.
Yeah.
It puts you right out, though.
I think it was like pill form, whatever it was, you know what I mean? Because I knocked out probably 10 minutes after they gave it to me.
Really?
And I was out for 2 hours, like a hard sleep. And I woke up, and it's not like I didn't know what happened, but I was like, what the fuck was that about? And she was like, I think you had a panic attack. I was like, why did I have one? She was like, it could just happen. So then another time, I chilled with my neighbor, and he was my old neighbor, so I was going to visit him, and we smoked, and I went to go get some food, and I was on my way back home, but I went to stop get food in the city before I left, and I stopped at a diner down the street from his house, and I ordered food, and all of a sudden I'm waiting for it, and I feel like this heat crawling up my back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is that, dude? And so it starts to like crawl all the way up my back, and I start getting so hot. And like the diner is old school, so it's like a counter that you eat at, and then there's the cash register right there, and then the grill's right behind it. So it's super small, and you can feel the heat from the grill. You know what I mean? Like it starts adding up in there.
I used to work in a Euro place. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
like, it just gets fucking hot.
Yeah, it just gets hot, and when you're having a panic attack, you're already building up heat. And so I was like, I literally had to tell them like, I'll be right back. I gotta go outside. I'm really hot. So I go outside, and I don't know what happened. I got so hot that I had to lay down on the sidewalk. So I look like this crazy person in Chicago that's laying on the sidewalk because it's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I felt like...
No, for sure.
I felt like I needed to cool like my nervous system or something. You know what I mean? Like your spine, like when you're so hot, you just need your body and back to be like cooled down.
You don't even care how dirty the fucking ground
dude,
is. You're just like...
At that point, dude, I felt like I was dying. So I laid down, and I started to get like sick. And so I tried to sit up, and dude, it is not funny. Because I sat up, and my eyes started to tunnel.
Yeah.
So like I was like everything, my peripheral was all black, and all I could see was like right in front of me. And then I called my mom. I pulled out my phone, and I lifted up my arm to my...
And where were you at this point?
Still in front of the diner. Dude, it was not
just
funny.
Laying down, just calling your mom?
Dude, are you listening? I sat up at this point. I'm sat up. I haven't left the ground yet. And I called my mom, and I'm calling her, and my arm is like, both my arms are so heavy that like I almost have to like lean over to talk to her. I was like, Mom, I think I'm like having a heart attack or something. My eyes are tunneling, they're blacking out. I just tried to order food, and I'm overheating, and I'm laying on the ground, and my arms are so weak that I can barely talk to you on the phone right now, holding the phone.
What'd she say?
And she was just like, all right, I'll be there. Like, she was a trooper. Like, she came and got me from all the way in Elgin, dude.
Damn, dude.
So she came and got me, and she, like, I think I was taking the train, so I think she picked me up and just drove me home. And she really wanted me to go to the hospital, and I didn't want to go to the hospital because I was scared. But that was another time where I had a panic attack, and it was brutal, dude. Panic attacks are fucking scary.
I've never had a panic attack, but I had a punctured lung one time, and that was pretty scary too. I don't know. Have you ever like not been able to breathe?
Yeah, it's called smoking the jewel.
Yeah. Well, besides that, I mean, what happened was I was partying all night. I got fucked up, and then what happened was I was hitting this, and I couldn't feel my throat or my lungs. They were just numb, so I was fucking hitting this thing, and when you cough, when your lungs are full, it's called like a pneumothorax or something, but you can puncture your lung that way. Yeah,
you're telling me about that.
And it's weird because you can feel like little bubbles that are almost like Rice Krispie treats. Like that's what it feels like in your kind of like your collarbone.
Really?
Yeah. Well, what happens is there's air trapped in between your lung and your chest plate. So then, I mean, it comes out when they just put you on oxygen and the lungs heal up. But I mean, people get shot in the lungs and it heals up, but. Because it's like one of the most, they grow back so fast, but...
Really? Is that true? I didn't know that.
Yeah, the lungs grow back really fast. They repair themselves. Like, that's why if you stop smoking cigarettes, like, it's supposed to, over time, you'll feel the benefits. I mean, anyone will tell you that.
But. Yeah, they said, I think it's like 10 years.
Something like that.
Like your lungs are back to normal after a decade.
I think it's even faster than that, to be honest with you.
I'm sure it depends on the person and how active you are and that shit, but yeah.
For sure. I mean, I told you I was trying to go jogging the day I crashed that little Kawasaki. Yeah. And I didn't realize I couldn't run a mile. Like, everyone's got to start at some point, though.
Dude, yeah. It's funny because I was talking to someone the other day, and they took a Snapchat, and they had a run while it was raining, and they were like, yeah, go for a run, dummy, good idea. Mm-hmm. And I snapped, and I was like, dude, that's all hard work, baby.
Yeah.
And he was like, he was like, yeah, I've just been running these little 1, 2, 3 miles. Like, I need to start doing better. I was like, dude, what? Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I can't even run 3 miles, man.
I mean,
I can't even run a mile.
Don't get me wrong. I can walk like a good 7 miles in a day, but like if I want to, but running, like I need to pace myself, especially when you smoke like the fucking nicotine things.
I'm really trying to. I think that pack that I bought today, I'm hoping it's my last one. I always say that shit, but
yeah,
I don't like smoking this shit anymore. I'm done with it. Like, I am just over it.
Well, that's good.
It's killing me.
Stronger man than I am, I guess.
Dude, I just need to stop. It's no bueno.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But yeah, I mean, what is the one that you have?
This is a Nord Smock Nord.
Smock Nord.
Yeah. Oh, that is kind of lagging.
Well,
it's a pod system.
Yeah, I've seen those before.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've had people that tell me to try to like get into those ones, and I'm just like, dude, I just need to stop smoking. Like.
Yeah, I mean, I had a Miley for a while. That one was pretty nice. I liked it better than the Juul, but
yeah.
You said you had a question for me. You were gonna wait till the podcast. What's up?
Oh yeah. We'll wrap this one with this. Did you see the PS5 coming out?
I did see the PS5 coming out.
What do you think of that?
Are you your PS? I mean, you had a PS4, right? So you're.
Yeah, I've had a PS2, a PS3, and a PS4, and now I have I've had a 360, and now I have an Xbox One currently.
Yeah, I saw that in there.
It's okay.
And I was kind of like, yeah, whatever.
Fuck you, dude.
Whatever.
Dude, I'd like to switch it up. I mean,
I feel you. No, I was playing 360 before I was playing PS4.
What I tend to do is I tend to buy a console, one of the two that's coming out, and then like I get rid of it like 2 or 3 years in, and then I end up just picking up another one like a year after not having a console. That's literally kind of what's been going on the last few years.
Yeah, I get that.
I just get sick of it. I don't feel like I need to play video games, and then I'm like, oh man, I'm bored.
I don't even know how much this one's gonna be though. Like what, like $500-$600 or something?
I don't know. I have no idea. You never buy the first one though. That's
no. I was
anything. You never buy the fucking first generation.
I'll probably wait like half a year to be honest.
Dude, I'll probably wait fucking 3 years, man. I just bought that Xbox One like last year.
Really?
Yeah, for $175.
I got mine like 2 years ago. My PS4. The problem is like you gotta delete old games that you don't fucking play because like the games that I play take up so much fucking data.
See, that's the thing. I don't even play games like that anymore. I just buy like one game, and then if I continue to have the console, I buy like one game a year, if that.
Well, what games are you looking forward to that are coming out on the next gen?
See, that's the thing, man. I only play sports games.
Oh, all right. Well,
I'll play sports games and I'll play Fortnite occasionally. And then, like, I haven't even tried the new Modern Warfare, but, like, I'm open to it. Like, I probably would check it out. You know what I mean?
You like Battlefield at all?
I don't think I played it. Do you remember that old Star Wars one? That was, like,
Battlefront?
Battlefront?
I had Battlefront 2 and 1 for PlayStation 2.
That game was pretty fucking fun.
That was the shit. But I haven't bought the new ones because I played them and they're decent, but it's just the nostalgia isn't there for me really.
Yeah.
And it's not the same game to me.
Yeah.
But
Battlefront, man, that was a fucking fun ass game.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I'm more into like Red Dead, Fallout, like role playing games almost.
Sure.
Like Skyrim. It's just shit I could get high and lost in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, the Xbox kind of looks cool though. It looks like a fucking little mini fridge.
It's interesting that it's white too.
Yeah, it's a weird call because they're all the. I guess it kind of makes sense because the first one was gray, so it kind of makes sense they'd switch it up. But I kind of like the black.
Yeah, but the PS2, the PS3, and the PS4 are all black.
I mean, my personal preference, I prefer the black, but I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
But it does kind of look like a router.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll tell you what, though. I saw the graphics for, like, 2K21, the NBA game.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's going to be great.
Dude, it looked pretty unreal, but I don't know. We'll see. It's just video games. Who gives a fuck?
All right.
I got other shit going on, like trying to fix my fucking computer.
And camera.
All right, well, I think that's a good ending, right?
All right.
I'm asking, did you want to throw anything else in?
No, I mean, besides that, just happy to be on.
Yeah,
Asked me to be on. I had nothing else going on.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Figured I'd come on.
Yeah, man. I'm glad we could kind of shoot the shit. This is just a chill one today. Nothing crazy, but fuck yeah, dude. I'm glad you came out.
All right. Appreciate you having me.
Everyone, once again, I appreciate you listening. Follow me at Chicago Johnny. Follow the Coach House at the Coach House. Any subscribing, any liking, I genuinely appreciate it. Thank you very much. This has been a journey. I'm still trying to figure it out, and we'll see how it goes. What is your what's your handles?
My Instagram handle is just Tommy DREISBACH, and that's it.
Fuck yeah, you gotta send me the picture of your buddy's fucking legs so we can throw that up there too.
Oh, for sure. And then also, I was in a music video recently that I want to promote for my friend 2K Smoke and my buddy. We filmed a music video recently. So I mean, if you just want to check them out on YouTube, you can.
What's the name of the song?
So the song that I'm in is not out yet, but all of his music's up on YouTube. Just look up 2K Smoke.
For sure. All right, cool.
But yeah, I mean, if you're interested, I could try to get him on here.
Yeah, let's try to get him on. Definitely, I saw the music video. It's pretty fucking dope.
Yeah.
I was pretty impressed. Usually, I don't really like a lot of that music.
Usually, if I was to show you something that I was embarrassed of, I wouldn't be like, "Hey, you want to check this out?"
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I was pretty worried about it because the directors were kind of being assholes a little bit. But I mean, at the end of the day, it came out well, so I'm looking forward to that coming up.
Speaking of directors, have you talked to what's his name?
Angelo?
Yeah.
No, I haven't talked to him much. I mean, the last time I saw him was at our grandparents' house.
Shout out Dada Creative.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be cool to have him on, but I don't have any type of relationship with him. But
yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's going through a lot right now with everything that happened with his mom. But
I have no idea about that.
Yeah. Well,
anyways,
but
yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll talk to him. But thank you again. I appreciate it. Fucking the Coach House.
All right. Peace.